What is up, everybody? And you are very welcome along to tonight's rather impromptu stream. But you know what? There's been a little bit of news and times are going okay for me and I'm feeling in high spirits. So I decided, hey, why not come on, have a chat with you guys, see how you're all feeling. Just finished doing a really good stream with Claude and the Bansters in aid of the NHS. If you guys want to make a donation, there is a link in the description of this stream that you can go to the Just Giving page to make a donation. If you didn't get to watch the stream, there was myself, there was Robbie from AFTV, there was Soph Skyer, I believe is her name. She's a Manchester United fan as well. She was part of the stream. It was really good fun. I was proud to be a part of it. And as I said, there's a link in the description if you want to go and make a donation. All money raised, of course, going to the NHS. Now, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get down to some Liverpool talk. And lovely to see so many of you in the chat again. I really do appreciate it. There's a couple of things we want to talk about tonight. One is the leaked image of the Liverpool home kit. And then there's another little bit of news around Timo Werner that I wanted to have a chat about as well. But most importantly, I want to see how you guys are all feeling out there. And again, thank you for all the kind love and support. Watchers of London said not liking any of the leaked shirt. The red is not deep enough. Well, the colour itself, I suppose, and I have an image of the shirt that I will show you guys in a minute, isn't really a surprise because we always knew what shade it was going to be. The Portugal, I think Euro 96 or 2002, where there was one shade of Portugal red that we always knew that it was going to be, and we always thought that there might be some teal involved in the shirt as well. To start off tonight's stream, though, I just want to give everybody a reminder because I keep forgetting to do these things at the start of the stream. We are doing a watch-along of Match of the Day on Hot Mic and on Hot Mic only on Saturday. The reason that we're going to do it on Hot Mic only is to show some love and support to the guys at Hot Mic who, of course, you know, like many other platforms who are built to show and to interact with live sport, we want to give our bit of support to those guys over there as well and get as many of you guys across to give their platform a chance as possible. So, if you want to help out, you can download the Hot Mic app either from the Google Play Store or from your Apple App Store. It's available on any device whatsoever, and I will be giving you some alternative commentary as well as getting to see on here what's going on with the guys on Match of the Day on Saturday. The stream starts at 10:15 and it'll be a retro Match of the Day, of course, where I think Alan Shearer and the lads will be counting down 10 of their favourite players or something of all time. But the link is in the description below. There's also a code that you need when you download the Hot Mic app that you can see on the screen right there now. The sign-up code is Anfield Agenda, all capital letters, all one word. And I cannot tell you guys how much that supports us as a channel financially without you guys having to put your hand in your pocket, which is something we never want anybody to have to do, particularly in these really difficult times for us all financially. So again, if you want to join us for a watch along, it'll be Saturday 10:15 on Hot Mic only. There's a link in the description if you want to find it, the Hot Mic app that way. Other words, just look on your phone, go over on your device. Hot Mic is pretty self-explanatory. It allows me to give you guys commentary over games and stuff like that, and it's also a platform that allows you to do what you do here on YouTube as well. It allows you to comment, it allows you to give thumbs up and share and everything in between, but it is also a help to keep this channel afloat in times that are difficult, and it doesn't cost a penny. The app is free to use, it's free to download. We're moving up the list on there as well, which, you know me, I'm a rather competitive guy. I think we're around 30 people or 30 new followers away from moving up one more place in the Hot Mic League table of broadcasters. So again, 10:15 p.m. on Saturday night. Thank you, Liz, for reminding me. I did say 10:15, didn't say if it was AM or PM. The stream will start at 10:15 p.m. I think the show itself, the Match of the Day show, starts at 10:20. And we're only going to be on Hot Mic for that. And then on Monday onwards, we'll be back to here on YouTube and we'll be doing what we normally do. But there is the code on the screen right now for when you download the Hot Mic app. Put it in, Anfield Agenda, all caps, all one word. And make sure to give us a follow on there as well. Now, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I seen a comment from somebody there earlier on. I don't know if it was snidey or I don't know if it was sincere. But you know what? I'm going to address it because I think it was a fair comment that said, I thought you quit. It's a fair comment. And yes, I did. And I've also made a video explaining it, mate, if you care to take the time, or maybe you haven't had the chance to watch it, or maybe just don't give a shit. Either way, I get it. But yeah, I did. You're right. And I'm not going to shy away from that. But I've also made a video to explain it, so I hope you get a chance to have a look at that if you do. Right, let's get on. What do I think about the Newcastle ownership, or Newcastle's new owner? Said Travis as well. It's so Amanda Staveley has been, and I think it's CPC, or the Saudi Arabian investment fund, that have been trying to take over Newcastle for quite a while, and they were actually looking at Liverpool at one point, I believe, a long time ago. I think I could be wrong. Now I'm working off. I think Amanda Staveley might have been involved with the DIC group, who were looking to take over Liverpool before the current owners came into place. So I'm amazed, and I said this before, to see a Premier League club valued at just 300 to 340 million pound sounds mad when you think of how big a stadium St James's Park is, how loyal the fan base is. It's a Premier League club, and a club that will bring in a shit ton of revenue from television and stuff like that. So I mean, it's valued at what it's valued at, but it is, to me, it seems like a real bargain to buy a Premier League club with that loyal of a fan base for around the 300 to 340 million pound mark. And I think again, from a limited understanding of what's going on, that maybe Mike Ashley is even forwarding or loaning 150 million towards that purchase to this group. So it might make Newcastle a more powerful player, but I guess only time will tell. Right, but we are here to talk about Liverpool's new shirt and about Timo Werner, and I'm going to get through as many comments as I can. Again, I'm going to try my best to read out our members' comments, because you guys have stayed with us through these times, and your 99p memberships a month and your $4.99 memberships a month have made a massive deal to me, because having all the stuff that I've had to have gone through, a financial headache hasn't been one of them, and that means the world to me, so thank you. So all of our members, I'm going to try and read out as many of your comments tonight as I can. Farrell said, not sure what I think of that green trim, and that seems as good a time as any for me to change the image here and to show you the kit, because I know a lot of people mightn't have seen it. So there you go. That is the leaked kit. Comes from footyheadlines.com, who, in my history of looking at that website, very, very rarely get things wrong when it comes to leaking future kits and stuff like that. Now, there's a couple of things about this kit, I suppose, that need to be discussed, ladies and gentlemen, and I will be coming to you for your opinions, but I suppose I'll give you my initial instincts of it, if that's okay. It looks plain, and that's okay. I'm sure there will be more detail when we get to see it up and close, but there's a couple of things that stick out about it that I don't like off the cuff. Firstly, you can't see from the picture here, but behind the neck, the collar also seems to overlap, and I'm unsure as to what that's about. The teal on the shirts, I think, actually, it's something that's been done in the past, as Connor's pointed out to me, and I don't mind that. But where I draw the line with football shirts, and where I think I decide if it's quality or not, is when it comes to things like PCP, CPC, sorry Connor, whichever one it is, whichever investment company, doesn't really matter. Anyway, back to the shirt. When I look at things like the Liver Bird, the LFC and the badge, now again, this hasn't been confirmed or hasn't been shown to us by Liverpool or Nike as the legitimate kit. From the images that I've seen of this shirt, it doesn't seem to be embroidered. It seems to be almost more a rubbery type effect, if you get where I'm coming from, so it's raised up off the shirt. I'm somebody that likes my badges embroidered, because I think it gives the shirt a bit more of a well-made feel. I mean, there's nothing worse than buying a football shirt and the crest or the Nike or Adidas or New Balance logo is a sticker. It makes it feel cheap, and it makes it feel like you're being fleeced even more for the price of the shirts. Now, none of us know what the price point of the new Liverpool shirt is going to be. Current price point of the New Balance shirt, I think, was pretty fair. I'm expecting, just me, an increase on the cost of the shirt when I come on board. But if this was to be our shirt released the way it is right now, I'm not a massive fan. I'm not saying I hate it, but I'm not a massive fan. I think the sleeves are a little bit too short for my liking as well. I would have liked another inch or so on the length of the sleeves. Difficult to tell on a mannequin, and again, we have to go back to the point that this is not confirmed. There's been no absolute confirmation from the club that this is the shirt, although I thoroughly believe it will be. Other than that, there will be a few small details. The 96 and the Eternal Flame will be on the back of the collar, as I'm sure you guys have seen as well. That's my take on the shirt, but you know, this is a community show, so I want to get your guys' take on the shirt and see how you're all feeling about it. Casper said Liverpool need new owners. No, we don't, mate. We have very good owners who have brought us the Champions League. Jurgen Klopp fantastically improved their stadium, built us a new training ground, and I've no idea why you're saying we need new owners, mate. Our owners are pretty good. Have they made mistakes? Yes. Did they make a mistake with regards to the furloughing of some of the staff? Absolutely, and I still think it's a despicable thing to have done. But to say we need new owners, I don't think so at all. I mean, how could we say that when we are where we are? Anyway, time to move on. Good to see you again, Craig. Hope you're doing good. Said double A. Thank you, mate. I'm doing well. Our friend Boya is in the chat. How are we, Anthony? Said, to be fair, the training ground is a state-of-the-art stadium. Isn't the best condition. Yeah, I mean, I think that's with regards to the valuation of Newcastle. I don't know the training ground, Anthony, so I'm not even going to lie to you, mate. I have no idea what type of condition the training ground is in, or I've never been inside St James's Park, so I couldn't even tell you. I just know that it is a big ass stadium. But just as a football club, to be in the Premier League when you're seeing clubs like Liverpool, United valued in the billions, it just seemed like a very cheap purchase to me. Pat Panisar, how are you, my friend? Lovely to see you in as always. Said, hey big man, nice to see you back. Eugene said, what do you think of the Premier League starts up again in June? It being played behind closed doors. Again, I think nobody knows exactly what's going to happen there, Eugene. There is another phone call or conference call with the stakeholders taking place tomorrow, I believe, where again they'll be looking at different plans, different charts and different, what's the phrase that they all can't, models as to what is happening in the world right now and when it may or may not be safe to get back playing football. There's no point in me sitting here lying to you and saying I know when it will or won't start, because I really don't. What have we got? Christopher said, people say it's plain, what are you expecting? It's a fair point, Christopher. And when I say it's plain, mate, what I mean is it's difficult to see if there's like little lines in it, or little patterns, or little dots, or just little things that might add to it, might make it even better in person. And I know Connor often doesn't like to judge a shirt like this when he sees it. He likes to wait till he sees it in the shop or in person, and I absolutely understand where he's coming from, because a lot of the time these type of pictures don't do the shirts justice. Harrison Brown said, I prefer the turquoise and blue one we had on the screen once, it looks nicer. I think it's the away shirt. And for people who haven't seen that, again, have a look at footyheadlines.com. They have the away one as well. I like that one. That one of the two would be the one that's more up my street, because I think the colour is kind of cool. I like a round necked football shirt myself. And we have shown the image of that one before, but if you guys haven't seen it, I'm sure it's all over social media right now. But footyheadlines.com is a site that you can go on and check them out. Michael Dunn said, I'd say the shirt will cost somewhere between 70 and 80 euro. Probably sounds about right, Michael. I think, if my memory serves me right, my shirt this season, the home one, cost me about, depending on delivery and badges and stuff, but let's talk about the basic shirt. I think it was around 60 euro, somewhere like that. Connor says, everybody every year said it's shite when the leaks come out, and then everybody ends up loving them when they're officially released. It's a fair point, because as we keep talking about, sometimes the leaks don't do these things justice, because it's not the best lighting, it's not on a human being, for instance, in this aspect. Casper said the shirt looks a bit dry. Rob Shepherd said, let me just scroll back up, said he's a key worker, I believe. Sorry, Rob, just trying to get back to your comment there, pal. But as always, my big dumb ass, Rob, seems to lose these things, so let me try and find where Rob's comment was. There it is. Rob Shepherd said, Craig, I'm a key worker because I make life jackets, and today we started making 5,000 body bags for the NHS. It is grim, mate. I don't even know how to respond to that, Rob, except to say to you and to your co-workers, mate, stay safe and congratulate you on your bravery for being out there every day working, much like the supermarket workers and all the. I can say NHS, but I think it's more fair that we speak broadly here because we've got fans watching from America. Now myself being from Ireland, of course, our health system is called the HSE, the Health Service Executive. And yet to anyone out there that's on the front line or that has to go to work every day or that's deemed a key worker, as we always say, stay safe, lots of love to you, and we appreciate the hell out of what you're doing to keep the rest of us taking over, and lots of love. That's all I can say. What else have we got? A few more comments to get through. Sorry, trying to play catch up here as well. Diesel is in. How are you? From Claude and the Bansters. Lovely to see you win, buddy, and thank you for having me on earlier on. I hope you guys raise a shit ton of money for the NHS. And again, if you haven't checked it out, the stream is up there. Please do go over. And Diesel and the guys have asked me to remind the people that they instead of making a donation like you might do in a super chat or something like that, they wanted people to go to the Just Giving page because every single penny of that goes towards that very good cause. And again, thank you for having me on. What have we got? A new member to the channel has just come on board. Let me just say a quick thank you to that. Roy Bjarne Henriksen, thank you so much, mate, for joining Anfield Agenda FC. Really do appreciate the love, buddy. And again, enjoy the new emojis because all our members get to use those cool emojis that you see a lot of the time as well with My Bald Head or Klopp or WFM and stuff like that. But again, Roy, thank you, mate. Appreciate the support. How am I feeling? Said Yibber, which is, it's a very, seems like a very simple question, but in these days, mate, it isn't. Today's a good day. Today's a good day, my friend. Medication has been adjusted. I'm feeling a little bit more calm, a little bit more like my normal self, which is why this was a bit of an impromptu stream. Again, this is where me becoming a pain in Connor's backside comes into play because I very late said to him, you know what, mate? Good day today. Let's go and do a stream. So again, thank you to Connor for making it happen. But I'm doing okay today, thank you, mate, and I hope you are as well. Adam Park said, I really don't like the green kit. I prefer if it was red. Stephen Somerville said, hi Craig, was meant to be having a party tomorrow night. It was cancelled officially, but I'm good it's not going ahead. I'm going to get, what was this? I'm going to get have a big Liverpool cake on it. Well, firstly, mate, if it was your birthday, Stephen, happy birthday to you from all of us here at the channel and lots of love. It's, unfortunate that you can't have that party. I mean, my own daughter's birthday as well is coming up and she will feel this similar to yourself. But I suppose the important part is, mate, that by not having that party and by scoffing down that cake, some more cake for yourself, plus on that one, we're allowing and hopefully allow more people to have more birthday parties, mate. And try and look at it from that aspect. But again, happy birthday to you, Stephen, and lots of love. Leon, no fucking about with Leon. I love it. Straight to the point. What's the Werner news? Right, so Connor did send me a WhatsApp message earlier on that comes from Bleacher Report, who I'm sure you guys know are a massive, massive account. And they were talking about Timo Werner, and the journalist in question was Dean Jones, and Dean said, seems very likely that Timo Werner still leaves RB Leipzig this year. Liverpool are seen as his number one leading spot. Now, we've said this all along. None of us know what way the finances are going to be in football this summer, whenever the transfer window opens. But I do firmly believe that no matter what, we'll see Timo Werner at Liverpool. I'm really confident of that fact. So the news is, mate, that it still seems likely that Werner is going to come to Liverpool. Bleacher Report journalist, as I said, mentioning it. And there was a few other bits and pieces as well. Somebody, again, I think it was Connor, sent me a screenshot to say that James Pearce, now of The Athletic, formerly of The Echo, was, I don't know if it was a Q&A or if it was just a Twitter question, but somebody said to him, who would be your three candidates to replace Jurgen Klopp, or candidates to replace Jurgen Klopp long term if he ever did move on? And I agreed with every single one of the three of them that Jimmy Pearce said. So his candidates were Steven Gerrard, Pep Linders and Mauricio Pochettino. Now that got me thinking, in what order might I put those in? If now, firstly, Kloppo's here for another 4 years, happy days, so we don't need to worry about that headache. But for you guys, who would be your ideal long-term replacement for Liverpool? Would it be Steven Gerrard? Would you like to see Pep Lijnders step up and you know, having worked with Klopp for so long, kind of keep that boot room Liverpool mentality going forward? Or would you like to see a young, up-and-coming, good manager, the likes of Mauricio Pochettino, come in maybe in the long term and manage Liverpool? It really did get me thinking. I won't tell you what order I would put those in. I will a little bit later on in the stream, but again, I'd like to know what your thoughts are. Patbot said, I think all Nike footy shirts look plain and are tight-fitting. And do you know what, Pat, mate? The tight-fitting part is what worries my fat ass. Yeah, man boobs and tight-fitting shirts don't really go too well together, Pat. So, yeah, I hear you, man. I get where you're coming from with that one. Loads of people as well just welcoming our new member. Thank you. FDB said, egg, oi, eggy. I mean, I don't know what to say to that, mate. Eggy, oi, whatever. If it's banter, you're trying to belittle me, mate, you're gonna need to up your game, pal. I don't know what to say to you, but we'll move on anyway. I mean, fuck you, basically. But let's move on. Nagelsmann, that's another one that's been mentioned by a few people. 40-year-old Virgil said Nagelsmann, Poch, Gerrard and Pep. The Revanite, Nagelsmann for the Revanite as well. Gabriel said, if Klopp won the Champions League with Dortmund, he would have went to United. I would take Ancelotti. Why would he have gone to United if he won it with Dortmund? I don't know if I've missed a story or something there, Gabriel, but I don't know. I've never seen anything about Klopp and United. It just seems a better fit for Liverpool anyway, to be fair, rather than United. Kate said Gerrard, if he proves it at Rangers, would be the manager she'd like to come in. Subi said, Craig, he likes us and he wants to come. There's clear evidence that we're interested in Werner, so it's a perfect match. Let's get his signature on paper and get him in. Nice. I like it, Subi. I'm on board. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying the stream, as always, it's beautiful to have you with us. Please do hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up as well. And as always, memberships are open, super chats are open, and all of that kind of stuff. I'll again do a bit of a wrap up about the fact that we'll be doing a watch along on Hot Mic on Saturday for Match of the Day as well, which I'm really looking forward to. Any football at this point, I'll take it all. Anything, any old football, anything, I'll take it. Far Oil, my very good friend from the beautiful state of Florida, said, in the immortal words of Patsy from Absolutely Fabulous, or Ab-Fab, as I like to call it, looks like a Zeppelin in a condom. Talking about me, no doubt. If you're talking, yes, sorry. You're talking about the jerseys being tight-fitting. Yeah, they're... if you're an athlete, or if you're a tall, skinny person, these type of tight-fitting shirts are sound, but if you've got the old man boobs like me, bit of a beer belly, and you're short and tubby, yeah, you don't look the greatest, I know, but there we are. It is what it is. Roy Bjorn's come in with... We played some really good football under Roy Evans, mate, but I think maybe football has moved on a bit past Mr. Evans, but no doubt under Roy Evans, Liverpool played some attractive football. Eamon reckons about €90 for one of the shirts. TTV Flick Fair, three Premier League trophies, mate. Love it. Well used of the emojis. I love seeing the gold membership badges, by the way, and so many of you guys have now got them that it really does make me smile every time I see them, because for those of you that aren't aware, when you sign up to become a member on any channel, but I can give you the defo info on our channel, you get the Anfield Agenda logo beside your name to show that you're a member. That logo changes colour the longer you stay a member. So for instance, it's bronze when you first come in, then it moves to silver, and then it turns to gold, and then after that it turns to the original Anfield Agenda red. And we can have one more colour that we haven't decided on yet for people who stay with us for a year or so. So yeah, we're still working on that one. The membership link is also in the description below if you want to sign up. For those that have stayed as Ultra members, by the way, I want to give a special shout out to you guys, because the Ultra members get invited to our Anfield Agenda Discord group, which is a chat room. I'm sure you guys know what Discord is. So if you become a member of the Anfield Agenda Ultras, you get to come into that Discord group, which means that you will be able to chat to us offline and stuff like that, get a heads up about what type of content we're going to be making, and give us input to what type of content you'd like to see. Now, We are well aware of the loyalty shown by the people who have paid $4.99 a month to become members and stay in the Ultra memberships, and we are working behind the scenes to make sure that you guys are rewarded for that loyalty in the long term, so thank you. Connor will be working on some Anfield Agenda merch moving forward at some point as well, and we will make sure that you guys that have come in, well, everybody will be getting a discount that's a member, but the Ultras will be getting like as big a discount as we can possibly give. We're going to make sure you're looked after as well, and some other bits and pieces for you guys. Maybe Q&As, things like that as well. But again, the memberships have saved our ass, ladies and gents, so thank you very much. What about the RB Leipzig manager? Can't remember his name, said Anfield Agenda fan. Who's the RB Leipzig? Not Nagelsmann. Yeah, Nagelsmann. Sorry, he went from Hoffenheim to Leipzig, didn't he? It was hard to keep track of where he was hopping from. Yeah, he's someone that you'll see mentioned a lot. Platinum is a good colour, said Dave. It is, but would it look too much like silver? I wonder, Dave, if we made the other membership thing platinum. Keegan Murphy said make the year-long badge red. We could still change that, Keegan, because nobody's got to the point where they've got the red Anfield Agenda badge yet, because we've only opened up memberships, I think maybe 3-4 months ago, something like that. Craig, can't wait for the merch, said Luke. Yeah, I'm somebody who feels uncomfortable about that type of stuff, Luke. I mean, people sending super chats is great. People coming in and signing up to become members is great. But the thoughts of selling stuff, it's kind of... I'm not a businessman. I'm a fan. I've said that all along. Which is why I've made the decision that I won't be doing any more videos with the likes of 888 Sport or anything like that. I am going to dedicate my time to you guys and to doing what makes me smile, which is sitting here in front of a camera talking about the Reds with a beautiful little community, and doing watch-alongs of Liverpool games. The odd time, yeah, I will do an appearance on another channel, because I think it's only right that we all come across, but there is no more Craig giving a fuck about the business side of all of this shit, because it's not important. It's not important, and the love you guys showed me in the past 2 weeks when I've been on my arse means more to me and my family than I can ever let you guys know. So again, thank you very much. Really appreciate the love. Is there a new Manchester United kit? Don't mean to be rude, Mark. Don't know. Don't care. It's United. I don't really give a shit, mate, if they have a new kit. And if they do, I hope it's horrendous. Sorry. Probably not what you want to hear, but hey, I'm being honest. I'm a Liverpool fan. DKN Tipala said, I'm going to get merch 100%. Want to know why? Because I can. It's as good a reason as any, mate. It's as good a reason as any. Alara said, year-long badge red and teal at 6 months. Ooh, that's a shout, Alara. That is a shout, my friend. Maybe see what Mr. Crosby thinks about that if he's still watching the chat. That's a good shout, that one, particularly with the season that's in it. Liz, thank you so much for the super sticker. Them super sticker fuckers make me laugh. Whoever came up with them, obviously YouTube, but whoever thought of the idea of such a simple little thing, they always make me smile. Up the Reds, cheers lads, said Keegan Murphy. Pritchard Moyo, excuse me, said, is that the official Reds jersey for next season? None of us can say with a clear conscience, Pritchard, that we 100% can stand over this being Liverpool's shirt for next season. What I will say is what I've always said, mate. The site that has leaked the shirt, footyheadlines.com, as you can see going across it, they very, very, very rarely have ever gotten anything wrong in the 3 or 4 years that I've been looking at their site. They're pretty good at what they do. So I would be amazed if this is not the Liverpool shirt for next season. Albeit, I'm expecting it to be a bit more refined when we see the actual detail. So if I was to, would I put money on that being the shirt? Yes, I would, mate. I would lay my money down to say that would be the shirt. Dave Smith said, great to see you back, by the way, Craig. You're the best. Thank you, pal. Means a lot. Means a lot, Dave. I don't know what else to say, man, but it means a lot. What else have we got? Who do I think will be sold in the summer? Said Luke McKeever. Well, we know Lallana's going to go because his contract is up at the end of the season. We know Nathaniel Klein is going to go because his contract is up at the end of the season. So I think Dejan Lovren is going to go. There's been rumours of him being linked to 3 or 4 different clubs in London. I've always imagined maybe that his future may lie in Italy, but hey, we'll wait and see. I have no idea what type of a transfer fee, by the way, for Lovren. Something around £18 million seems fair in my head. Who else might we see move on? I think that Queeveen Kelleher will go out on loan next season. I think that maybe Raheem Brewster will go out on loan next season. Curtis Jones, I hope, stays at the club and maybe takes over the Lallana spot in midfield because I think he's good enough. Anybody else that I see maybe moving on? Shaqiri, of course, I forgot to mention him. He's been linked to various clubs. The latest one I'd seen was Sevilla. Again, the figure at the time was around €30 million. Whether that will go down a little bit because of what's going on in the world right now, we'll have to wait and see. So he'd be another player I expect to move on. Then it comes down to the conversation around Adrian. Do we keep Adrian as our backup goalkeeper, or will Adrian move on maybe back to somewhere he's been linked to, like Real Betis, where he played before? I hope he moves on because I think we need a better backup. No disrespect meant there to Adrian, because I can see what playing for this club means to him, and I've no doubt that he's given us all. I just think that's somewhere we can improve. Is there anybody else I'm forgetting about that I think may move on this summer? I don't see Divock Origi moving on. I think it's important that Liverpool get Gini Wijnaldum to actually sign that new deal, because he's a vital player in our midfield and somebody who I think is undervalued by a lot of opposition fans, because you see Klopp loves versatility in his midfielders, whether that be with Henderson, whether that be with Lallana when he was here, whether that be with Gini Wijnaldum. So I hope that Gini gets that contract and that he stays. Is there anybody else that I'm obviously forgetting about moving on? Grujic, I suppose. This might be a make or break pre-season for Marco Grujic and his future at Liverpool Football Club. Been at Hertha for a couple of seasons. Has he proven himself enough to get into Jurgen Klopp's thinking for the long-term planning? I don't know. But again, this summer will be one that lets us know. But, it's all very well and good and fun for me to give you guys my opinion, but I'd love to know what you think about ins and outs in the summer and who you think might come in and who you think might leave. Cara McIntosh said, what do I think about Nuno from Wolves? He's doing an amazing job. And I've no doubt big things are on the horizon for him in the future. But right now, the project that he's undertaken with Wolves, I think, is probably the right place for him. But an excellent manager, and it seems like a very, very nice lad as well. Anthony said, great to see you back. Thank you very much. Let me get through some more of your comments. John Cable, welcome into you, buddy. Dunnick Gideon said, new shirt. Oh no, I'm a Nike princess and their design team is not up to par. I'm an Adidas fanboy myself, but we'd all hoped when Nike, which I believe is the way you're supposed to pronounce it, were unveiled as Liverpool's kit manufacturer moving forward, that we didn't get what we call a copy and paste kit, a boring, same as every other club's kit. So it is just a matter of opinion. As Connor said earlier on, every season you get different variations of, oh, this is shit, or I love it, because you're never going to please everybody all of the time. But what I will say about New Balance's last 2 Liverpool home shirts is they've both been record breaking in terms of sales. Sold more than any other Liverpool home shirt in the history of the club. So they seem to have gotten the mix right at a time, of course, as well, where Liverpool as a football club are doing extremely well on the pitch. DKN said, I'm not a fan of the green on the kit. If you look back to previous Liverpool kits, mate, I think in the Roy Evans era, there is a history of the teal being on the kit. I like it. I think it adds to it myself. Jake Byrne said, Grujic or Wilson to leave. Wilson, yes, that's one that I forgot about, Jake. Thank you, mate. I don't see how Harry Wilson makes it at Liverpool. Is he a Premier League calibre footballer? Yep. He's a good footballer for sure. Is he good enough to make it at a club that are fighting at the very top of the world? I don't think so. Not for me. I think it might be a case of, if an offer comes in that the club deem acceptable, then maybe that they cash in. I've never really thought that Wilson was going to be the solution. And of course, there's more youngsters out on loan as well. that we haven't spoken about, and we do have players coming back as well from long-term injuries. We have who am I trying to think of right here right now? Paul Glatzel coming back from a long-term injury as well, who along with Bobby Duncan was banging in goals for fun back in the day for the underage team. Obviously we know what happened with Bobby Duncan, but Glatzel is coming back as well, so there is him to keep in consideration. We have another goalkeeper out on loan as well, a Huddersfield who's coming back from an injury, so yeah, there's loads of little deals, but I can't really see us losing any of our big boys, any of our superstars, put it that way, unless there's a real shock on the card somewhere. What else we got? 2020 was a footballer, it will be Anthony Martial to DKN. What about Wilson, Ojo and Alaria? Just covered Wilson, Dave. Ojo, no, and Alaria, not for me. Not from what I've seen. It's difficult though, isn't it? Because it's so hard to write off a young player like that. But you've got to take every opportunity that's given to you when you're a young player. Like, look what happened with Trent. He got his opportunity, stepped in. Look what's happening with Curtis Jones. Got his opportunities, grabbing it with both hands. Neco Williams got his opportunity as well, didn't let it go, came in, put in some good performances. Yes, there was a few errors, but you expect that from a young player. But I don't know if the players that you've mentioned will or have grasped those opportunities, mate. Jack's page said I've just hit 50 subs. Congratulations to you, buddy. I love any of the landmarks on a journey of a channel, so congratulations to you on hitting 50 subs, and I wish you many, many more subs over the years. Where's Bogdan? Thank fuck he's got nothing to do with Liverpool anymore, Dave Smith. Mr. 118 Adam Bogdan. Last I had heard was at Hibernian, and after that, I don't know, but he is not under contract at Liverpool, which is great. Because having one good game against us for Bolton in the Cup when you were already their reserve keeper and then us going and signing him was a decision I'll never understand. It's Camille Grabara that is on loan at Huddersfield DKN. Yes, thank you for that, mate. Kylian Hoover, another good shout as well from Sean Swain, along with Sepp van den Berg, who are two developing young defenders that have to be kept an eye on as well. Kylian Hoover, probably the one that I've seen most highly thought of from Liverpool fans right now. I haven't seen too much of Sepp van den Berg other than the Villa game that he came in at senior level, I mean. But there's still some developing to do there. But again, two young, good talents. Will there be a loan for Kylian Hoover? I don't know because we have to remember as well that Liverpool are building this magnificent new training facility that will be bringing the underage players and the senior players into that one facility at Kirby. So maybe Klopp will want to work and develop Kylian Hoover with himself and Pep Linders and the rest of the squad. So I don't know. It's a difficult one, that. Ryan Kent is gone. Ryan Kent is a Rangers player. He's not coming back to Liverpool. That deal is done. Leon said, my guy, glad to see you back. A couple of love hearts and WFM. Thank you, mate. And you know what? When I was down, and don't get me wrong, I'm smiling right now, but you know, I'm still battling through. But when I was really, really down, that WFM thing meant more to me than ever, and made me realise how true that statement is for our community. When you guys put your arms around me and gave me that big virtual hug and made my wife smile and have hope in a time where, look, she never wavers. The woman's a fucking machine. The woman is too good for my ass, put it that way. But yeah, to see her smile from the love that you guys have shown. She read every message I read. She smiled every time I smiled. And she loves you guys. You've never seen her on the stream. She refuses to come on. She's kind of shy in that sense. But yeah, made a sturdy stuff, my good lady wife. So the WFM thing, that's when I realised that it's more than our channel's motto. It is how you guys are together as a community, and it's brilliant. Would I rather sell Van Dijk or sell Mane? Why would I, with due respect, Anfield community, why would I discuss either? when we already have both players. There's no need to look at a negative. Like, we have both. There are players. Why talk about selling them? Luke said, what do I think of Takumi Minamino? Difficult to judge, Luke. Only came in January, mate. Impressed massively when played against us for Salzburg. I think the fee we paid from was ridiculous. Like, it's that sellout clause or fee that he had was so cheap. It's far too early to make a decision on Takumi Minamino because he has not a chance. He has not had a chance. You need to give the man 12 to 18 months to have any resemblance of a run at Liverpool Football Club. So, yeah, can't judge him. Can't judge him yet, but he's making positive noises. I like that he's critiquing his own performances. He seems a driven fella. And I hope he makes it. But nothing is ingrained in stone. Loris Karius is another name that we haven't mentioned, by the way. I've seen him linked to Porto. I'd seen him linked back to Germany, and I'd seen him linked to not Porto. Sorry, I got that wrong. Sporting Lisbon, and I think a club in Spain as well. So Besiktas don't look like they're going to buy him, but he won't be at Liverpool. He'll be moved on somewhere else. Christopher Edwards said Minamino's a forgotten man. He'll shine next season. Sean Swain said, I see the Sterling to Liverpool noise has stopped dead in the past week, thankfully. I mean, he was being nice, answering a question, I think, from a 10-year-old kid or something, Sean, about, does he still like Liverpool or something? And, like, his career exploded at Liverpool. That got him his big money move to Manchester City at the time, so I'm sure he genuinely does have a soft spot for Liverpool in his heart, but, yeah, thank God the noise has stopped, as you said, because it was a pretty silly rumour that was never going to happen. Wormwood Scrubs FPV group WFM Craig emoji, thank you for that, mate. Wormwood Scrubs, isn't that a prison, if my memory serves me correct? I'm not really too aware of English prisons, but I think Wormwood Scrubs is a prison. What have we got? Sadio Mane going to transfer, said Alfie Kennedy. I don't know. I mean, you see links with Sadio away from the club all the time, Alfie. You've seen links with him in Real Madrid for quite a long time, but around the Real Madrid thing, where the fuck are they going to get the money? Because Madrid and Barcelona are not the financial powerhouses and juggernauts that they once were. I'd seen deals for Barcelona trying to maybe do swap deals for Paris Saint-Germain with Griezmann gone to Paris Saint-Germain and them trying to bring in, who was it that they were trying to bring in from Paris Saint-Germain? Christ, I can't remember. Was it Paris Saint-Germain? I think it might have been. It wasn't Mbappe. I don't think it was. Surely it wasn't Mbappe. Not Neymar. Yeah, sorry. They were trying to do a deal for Neymar where they sent Griezmann the other way. Real Madrid and Barcelona don't really have the money to be doing what they used to do. And if Real Madrid are to make a couple of big transfers, Kylian Mbappe would seem to be top of their list. Donny van de Beek is another player that was being long linked to Real Madrid in a move that they couldn't really finance or get over the line in the last window. So I don't see Sadio leaving. I hope to God he doesn't leave. I mean, I love him. I'm a Gooner. Terry, again, part of Claude and the Bances. How are you, my friend? Didn't hear your thoughts on my suggestion of if we need to finish the league so you rightly get the trophy for winning the league, and of course it's only played 20 games next season if you can't play until September. Didn't hear your suggestion on my thoughts of we need to finish the league off so rightly. Shortening next season's league, I don't know how you go about it. 20 games as you shortened, I mean, I don't know how that would work. Something might need to be done, Terry. I don't know what that is. I'm all for anything that lets us finish this season and Liverpool getting the trophy, but I also do think that the integrity of the league is important, and if you make it a 20-game league next season, what do you do for the Championship, who have more teams than the Premier League, and what do you do for the divisions below? And 20 games meaning, I mean, 19 would make more sense because it's exactly half of what we do this season. And you would get fans and teams complaining that somebody else got an easier draw of games, somebody else got easier home games and away games. So It's a difficult one, Terry, and I'm glad I'm not in the decision making seat when it comes to what happens. But I guess only time will tell, buddy. The interesting things for me will be the FA Cup, and things like that moving forward. I mean, next season will we see the League Cup dropped as an example. Rob Shepherd said 2 more wins, Craig. Just the 2, Rob. Just the 2, pal. Love you, Sadio. I hope he retires a red, said Liz. I love Sadio as well. And actually, we had a conversation on that NHS stream earlier on, where I asked the guys there who I said, when I say guys, by the way, it's an Irish way of what I'm not forgetting about Sophie, who was on the stream. I just use guys to describe a group, not so again, if Sophie's watching or if anybody knows that Sophie is part of the stream, please don't take what I'm saying as a negative about that. So when I asked the guys earlier on who they think should get player of the season, there was a mention from Sophie for Kevin De Bruyne, and rightly so. But even at that, Sophie went with Mane, and it came down to not a shout out, but a very tight vote between Henderson and Sadio Mane. And you know what? Henderson was the name that won in that debate, with the 5 of us that were involved in it. So even Arsenal fans recognising that Hendo has really shone and deserves the credit. And my vote went to Sadio Mane. By the way, I've got to be honest, I think Sadio Mane should win player of the season this year. But I'd love to see Hendo win an award, whether it be Football Writers Player of the Year or something like that. Because what I've seen in Henderson this year is what I've seen in Henderson every year, and what some Liverpool fans have seen in Henderson, but others are only getting around to seeing now. The recognition that he's getting now, he has deserved for a very, very long time. Right, what else have we got? Kent Coastal Holiday Let's is in. Carl and Julie, how are you, my friend? 2 of the biggest supporters of this channel since day one. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that all yourself and your staff are all safe, and love to you both. What's your favourite ever children's TV programme when you were growing up? When I was growing up? I had a few, you know. What would I have watched religiously though growing up as a cartoon when I was a child? Depends how young we're talking about. I mean, I watched Rainbow when I was really young, but things like Count Duckula. I never really liked Inspector Gadget for some reason, Eugene. I don't know why about that one. What other cartoons would I have watched a lot growing up? Garfield, I watched a lot of growing up as well. Animaniacs. I would probably say Animaniacs was probably my favourite. I absolutely love that cartoon. But even still to this day, I like to go back and watch some of the old Warner Brothers cartoons and stuff. Christopher Edwards said if Mane or Hendo were to win, it would be 3 Liverpool players in a row to win player of the season. Someone said sorry for your loss, John. Did I miss something here? Did somebody pass away? I'm just trying to scroll back up to see who it was. Shit, where is this? I can't seem to see where it is. So somebody had somebody pass away or something. I'm so sorry. I can't see where that is. But whoever it was, sincerest condolences and love from us all. I'm so sorry that I can't figure out who it was. John Cable. Sorry, it's John. I can see it there now. Your foster sister was found dead, unfortunately, this morning. Mate, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, John, about your sister, mate. I don't know what to say to you, buddy, but you know that we're all here. We all love you, and you know, reach out to us, mate. Yeah, I'm at the end of an email if you need anything, John. If you need to talk or anything, buddy. But again, with sincere condolences for your loss, mate, and anyone that's lost a loved one or a friend during this tragic time. Top Cat, yes, that was a good one. That was a good one, Carl. Good shout that. Is that the kit for next season? It's believed so. Matthew. Yes, I cannot say, you know, because it hasn't been confirmed by the club, but this crowd very rarely get it wrong. Now, I'm going to switch it back over to the hot mic image because, again, I want you guys to help me out here. As I said to you, I am a competitive bastard. We are 30 followers on hot mic away from leaping up one more place in the Hot Mic League table of broadcasters. So we are going to be doing a watch along of Match of the Day on Saturday on Hot Mic only. If you do not know what Hot Mic is an app that allows broadcasters, i.e. me in this scenario, or whether it be the Anfield Rap or whoever else who's on there, to give our commentary over live football games. So usually it would be, let's say, Liverpool play Manchester City. It's on the game. You open up the Hot Mic app. You will get a button that says sync. Hit that sync button. It listens to your television and knows what point of the game that you are at. And then our commentary will play through your phone or your sound bar or your tablet or whatever it is, in tune and in sync with exactly the point of the game that you are at. So no spoilers like on YouTube. You know, sometimes if you've got a stream or you're watching a game and you're a little bit behind other people, and then all of a sudden you see goal, 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 goal on the stream, but you haven't got to watch that point yet. Hot Mic takes that away. Hot Mic allows you to be synced up in your own time with what we or any other broadcaster are doing. So Hot Mic, if you join us on Saturday, you'll get to hear what the guys, of course, are saying in Match of the Day on your TV, but you'll also get air commentary over it as well, which is going to be fun. So I hope you can join us for that one. The stream will start at 10:15 p.m. Thank you, Liz, for pointing out that I forgot to say p.m. earlier on Hot Mic. The Hot Mic app is completely free. It's free to download and it is free to use and it is ad-free. It also helps broadcasters out massively from a financial standpoint without you guys having to put your hand in your pocket ever. So if you can download the Hot Mic app from the Google Play Store or from the Apple App Store, link in the description below. That code that you see on the screen right there now underneath the Hot Mic logo, sign up code. It is an invite only app at this point, so you'll be asked for a code when you open it up. Put in the code Anfield Agenda, all capital letters, all one word. And make sure then to go and follow us on there as well. And hey, have a look through the list and see if there's anybody else that you'd like as well, and give those guys a follow. Loads of good people on there. Terry from the Football Terrace, the Anfield Rapper on there, a friend Lee Gunner's on there as well. There could be a few more. I'm working on trying to get a few more people across to that platform, a few big guys as well, so keep an eye out. But yeah, massively will help us out, because by you guys doing that, of course, we get a financial incentive from Hot Mic, but it doesn't cost you guys anything. And one of the other good things about it is as well, like, let's say you're using Hot Mic on Saturday and you're joining us for the watch along, and you want to flick through and have a look on WhatsApp, or you want to maybe go and look at a message that pops up on your phone. When you have YouTube on your phone and you do that, it doesn't follow, like, it closes down the page and you will lose the commentary and you lose everything. Hot Mic allows you to do that, and a little page will follow you around from page to page on your phone, so our commentary and the little screen will always be there for you. There's also a live chat function on Hot Mic, exactly like there is here on YouTube, and it's a cool piece of kit, and it's a really easy piece of kit to use. So again, Saturday 10:15, link in the description, but again, just click Hot Mic, HOTMIC, put it into the App Store, whichever one it is that you use, and download it and put in that code. I want to move up that one place because I'm a competitive son of a bitch and I like to move up the old league table. So again, your help would be much appreciated, folks. And then from Monday, we'll be trying to get back to normal on Anfield Agenda and doing our YouTube streams as always. Now, when I talk about the future on Hot Mic and matches and doing commentary, we'll always be doing them on YouTube as well. So all of our YouTube subscribers that worry that when we start doing watch-alongs we'll be only on Hot Mic, no. We'll always be on YouTube. Our podcasts, if you want to call them these, or our late night agendas, all of that stuff will always be on YouTube. YouTube is our home and we're not leaving YouTube. So again, please do hit the subscribe button on YouTube if you're enjoying the stream, and give us a thumbs up. Scammed is the word somebody put in the... Care to expand on scammed, Mohammed? I don't know what that means, mate, or why you're saying scammed. Sorry. There is a lot of phishing emails going around, by the way, and by phishing I mean scam emails, are about lots of stuff. I'm receiving them day in and day out, so keep an eye out as well. And never click on any links if you're unsure of anything like that. And always check the email address of who sent it to you just to make sure as well. Because there's a lot of scumbags trying to take your hard-earned cash off you at this moment in time. So again, be careful about that type of stuff as well. Who do I think was better last season, VVD or Messi? Asked Matthew Collins. VVD. But nobody will ever convince me that Virgil van Dijk should not have won the Ballon d'Or last year, Matthew. Messi had a better season the season before, statistically, and didn't win the fucking Ballon d'Or, but somehow won it when he had a worse season. Stinks to high heavens to me, mate. Messi is a like it's hard to say that when you've so much respect for Messi as a footballer, because nobody can deny the man's greatness. But Van Dijk was robbed, in my opinion, last year. Right, what else is there? Craig, you're cheeky. Mohammed, if you've got something to say, pal, just get it the fuck out. I haven't got the time, nor the will, or the energy to put up with your fucking bullshit. If you've got something to say it. If you don't, just shut the fuck up, pal. Because I couldn't be arsed dealing with your nonsense. Claude Gooner TV. Thank you, Craig, for tonight, mate. I hope Liverpool go on and win the title. They deserve it. All the best, Claude. Claude, mate, as I said to you, you inspired me to be able to have the bravery, mate, to go on and make that video the other night when I was feeling down. Because I know you're somebody like myself, mate, who battles demons. And you're still here, and you're still making content, and you're still doing what you're doing, buddy. So it was a pleasure to be able to come on tonight, pal. And I'm sure that we will cross over again in the future. I hope your brilliant stream raises a lot of money, and I wish you guys well on Saturday as well for the stream that you're doing alongside the United stand as well with Robbie and the other guys. 24-hour stream in aid of the NHS as well. It's beautiful stuff, mate, and thank you. It was a pleasure to be a part of it. Right, what have we got? Craig, you're cheeky. Damn right, I'm cheeky. For fucking sure I am, mate. It's built into me. I'm Irish. It's in my nature. Gaz said, main man back, Craig, missed you, hope you're feeling better. I'm on the way, Gaz. I'm not going to lie, pal, like everybody else, each day has its own ups and downs, but today has been a good day, so thank you. What else is there? John said an email today saying your car tax payment didn't go through and your car is not taxed, so don't drive it. I've never driven in my life. I got one the other day, John, saying that my television license was due for renewal, but this came from England, and I live in fucking Ireland, so why would I need an English television license? And that my £12 payment for my, I don't know whether that's an installment plan or something, that didn't go through. So yeah, like you, mate, didn't exist. Rob said, Craig, what I say to the trolls on here, fuck them. And I'm with you, Rob, fuck them. And you know what, I'm not going to give them much time anymore, because I know now who's important to me, and I know who's got my back, so gonna keep moving on. Why do people abuse you? Because you're such a lovely person. I'm not, mate. I'm alright, like everybody else, pal. But why do people abuse me? I don't know. Same reason maybe that they abuse others, mate. They have some insecurities in themselves that they like to project upon other people. Maybe they feel like it's a bit of sport or fun for them, coming on and trolling or belittling people. I don't know. But here's what I always say about the trolls. How can somebody that doesn't know you have an opinion of you and think that opinion matters to you? Because it doesn't. Anyone that says like egg and shit like that, like, do you think that actually hurts? What makes me and I'm sure everyone else feel is sympathy that you're such a sad fuck that you feel the need to try and belittle somebody else to make yourself feel better. And what I would say to those people who are trolling and stuff like that is give someone a hug. If you need a hug, ask for a hug. If you're lacking something in your life, I pray that you find it. And to those people who sent some horrible messages to me when I was down, and people said to me, 99.9% of people were lovely, but to those trolls and those people that mocked me and called me a crybaby and stuff like that, my message to you guys is simple and it's sincere. I hope that nobody in your family or yourself or any of your loved ones ever experience a moment of pain in their life and cry or feel hurt or suffer a loss. And I sincerely mean that to any trolls that are watching. I really do hope that none of your loved ones and you ever have to feel an ounce of pain, because I wouldn't wish that pain on anybody else. So maybe just think before you put the words in the keyboards, because nobody thinks any better of you for you writing them. If you're a young person, you're a teenager, you're a bit younger, you think it's funny. It isn't. Real wit is cleverness. Come up with something clever, and I promise you, I'll give you your time and I'll give you your dues, because I appreciate a good bit of banter and I appreciate a witty comment. But unfortunately, what I've noticed with trolls over the years, and other YouTubers will probably back me up, is they tend to be thick as pig shit. I don't know why that is. I don't know. But just get more love in your life. Because love wins. And again, I sincerely do hope that you never feel that ounce of pain that gets you to that position. I wish that for you. I do, even though you're hating on me. I do wish that for you. Right. Karma pays back, said Bernadette. Oh, Karma's a bitch, Bernadette, for sure. The trolls cry themselves to sleep. They're pathetic, said Christopher Edwards. Big up yourself, Craig. Good to see you back. Thank you, Kurt. Lovely to be back, my friend. And trolls learn to spell, said Dave Sweeney. But that's the most sincere way I've discovered to answer them. When they say, like, people call me a crybaby because I cried in the video. Yeah, I cried. I blubbered like a kid. Yeah, I did. I cried because I was fucking hurting. But I do come back and say, I wish you no pain in your life. I hope you never get to that point. I hope your life filled with nothing but joy and happiness, and your kids' lives are filled with the same. Because that would be a truly beautiful existence, and I wish that for everybody. How is Cash doing? I was messaging her the other day, Casper. I think she's doing okay, as well as anybody can be doing in the climate that we're in. I'm sure I'll get Cash on for a chat as well soon. Craig, people only hate for one reason, and it's not a good reason. For sure, mate. For sure. And yeah, it shows a lack of something from inside them. Captain Tom Moore has now raised more than 16 million for the NHS, said Paul M. I was only educated on this earlier on, Paul, because I've been really limiting my exposure to news and television and stuff. So if this is the same gentleman that I'm thinking of, Paul, Captain Tom Moore was a 99-year-old gentleman who became ill, and I'm afraid to use the words of what the illness is, because, you know, I don't want YouTube to kick us off, but went through what the illness that people are going through now is, came out the other side of it, and wanted to try and make £1,000, I believe, to help first responders and people on the front line, and with the help of, I believe, Piers Morgan and other people who've got behind it, has raised £16 million for the NHS. This is a man who had lived, I think, through 2 world wars as well, if my memory serves me correct. What a man. What a fucking man. And well done to everybody that's got behind him. And that man has left a legacy. He would have already left a legacy, fighting for his country and for freedom twice, and for going through what he went through. But yes, that man should receive a knighthood for what he's done, in my humble opinion. I'm an Irishman. I've no right really to talk about knighthoods or anything, but what a man, and what an achievement, and what a beautiful, beautiful sign of unity from people at a time of suffering to come together like that. So yeah, brilliant, well in. Right, Joey said, Craig, I know we all hate United, but I have to say I've grown on Marcus Rashford. He's been brilliant on and off the pitch. Was respecting the 96 yesterday, and all the food he donates. Yeah, look, there are so many footballers that do so many beautiful things that we never hear about. Like, footballers have been unduly criticised, in my opinion, by government and others during this situation. They do so much. Every football club has charitable foundations. Every footballer has, if not their own charitable foundation, then certainly foundations that they work with. One Mata, another tremendous humanitarian, tremendous individual. Jordan Henderson has had a big part to play in a lot of good stuff behind the scenes as well. Marcus Rashford, as you've pointed out. Footballers will make mistakes. there will be things like what's the dude's name? All the hair. Thought he was Irish and then decided he's Jack Grealish. People will make mistakes like Grealish did. People will make mistakes like Kyle Walker did. But they will also do many, many, many beautiful things. So, yes, to each and every one of those footballers, to the Andy Robertsons of this world as well, they don't do it for the limelight. They don't do it because they want adulation. They do it because they're damn fucking good human beings. So well done to all those sports people, not just footballers, not even just sports people, to everybody that's out there now trying to do a little bit. Tough times make for good people. That's something that I truly believe in. Right, look, ladies and gentlemen, gonna bring this stream to an end. But again, if I can ask you all one favour before we leave, for Saturday, Watchalong. New shirt looks decent for you, the Tiger King. Joe Exotic. That made me laugh, mate. If you haven't watched that documentary, by the way, get on Netflix and watch it. It's amazing. But anyway, Hot Mic on Saturday, 10:15. Please do download the Hot Mic app. Put in that code on the screen, Anfield Agenda, as you see it there, all caps, all one word, and give us a follow. I hope that you can help us move up that league place. I hope to see you on Saturday for some fun and some retro match of the day and a bit of a laugh as well. If not, I will see you good people on Monday, where we'll be back to our late night agendas and getting back towards some form of normality on the channel. But look, I wish you all health, happiness and success. Love to each and every one of you. And keep doing the good work that you're doing out there in the community, ladies and gentlemen, because just by staying at home, just by keeping your distances, just by doing what you're being asked to do, you're helping play a really important part. So thank you from all of my family, and lots of love to all of your families. I will see you guys on Saturday over on Hot Mic for that watch along. Until then, thank you and nothing but love to you all.